Dumelang Sanbanan Afshen and welcome to Saseka Soccer News with myself from Buminguna. Fam, I'm sure you're wondering, where have we been? Well, we've been baking, and on that note, very soon we're going to release a video and show you all of the family members so you can see who is behind the Saseka Soccer News team. For everyone else, thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So today I want to talk about a team that is on everybody's lips in the DStv Premiership, and that has to be Mamelodi Sundowns, the mighty Brazilians themselves. I mean, this is a team that is absolutely doing amazing things. In Zulu, I would say, Gutabanya Baya Kapa, really, the Sundowns is playing in a league of their own. They are on their own at the moment. And everybody else is just sort of like marching on behind the scenes, trying to catch up to what Sundowns is doing. They've got 44 points, first in the league. I mean, they've been first in the league all season, really just running with the DStv Premiership for the 2021 and 2022 season. And just getting better and better every single week. Or as the streets would say, Begele Beg, Vigele Vig, Bas Kombisuguti, who should be the kings of the DStv Premiership. You know what I love about Sundowns is that they're not just making sure that they score the most goals. I mean, last time I checked, they had about 32 points to themselves. They have only conceded 0.44 goals, or 0.44 actually, goals per game. And on average, they score about 2.32 goals per game. 2.32 goals per game on average. That is Mamelodi Sundowns. Now that's a team that is attacking and making sure that we defend as well, so that we don't make sure that we concede goals. That's a team that you want on your side, because you know that they'll always have your back and they'll always do what is supposed to be done. Have game management, control the game, win the possession, and then afterwards make sure that you are on top of the league. Another thing that stands out with this team, they're quite a young team, but very, very focused. They have exactly 36 players in the team, of which the average age is 29. But the maturity in the team is just absolutely amazing. And you see that, in the players, the way they conduct themselves, the way they play, the way they work together as a team, the way they win the ball, the way they attack, and the way they come back together and defend as well. It's very clear that we are a team, we are a unit, and we move as one. So kudos to the three coaches, Mangoba Mniti, Coach Rulani, as well as Steve Gombela, for really instilling that level of discipline within their squad. Did you know that Sundowns has only 9 foreign nationals? They're also developing people across Africa, and they're making sure that predominantly most of their squad sits in the South African context. I also love the fact that they have 14 players that are currently playing for the national team. So they're not just being recognized locally at club level, but even on a national level, we cannot ignore the fact that Sundowns has talented players who are just giving us amazing things to see week in and week out. In fact, on that note, I'm actually considering saying in 2022, I'm going to be boldly out and say I support 2 teams, Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns, because you can't not support a team that is playing so well, that really gives you such amazing football at the expense of your own team. I mean, they even beat my team recently 4-1 on set pieces. If somebody told you that set pieces weren't important, here's a team that's saying you attack, you make sure that your set pieces, you get them right as well, so that you can win the game at all levels. Coach Steve Gombela really worked these players on just set pieces, and they were able to convert those into such amazing goals. I'm so proud of these guys. And yes, it was against Pirates, a team that I love, but you got to give credit where credit is due, man. These guys are amazing. They're the cream of the crop. Did you know as well, some interesting facts about Mamelodi Sundowns is that they score most of their goals in 50 to 60 minutes of the game. So they work very well to read the game, understand the tempo of the game, and then after that, I don't know what happens after first half. They just come back like fireworks. From 50 to 60 minutes, if you don't know your story, you're going to know it from Mamelodi Sundowns. And that also shows me that they build up. I like the fact that they build themselves up as they go along, and they're not really focusing on making sure that they'll get things done from the onset. They like to, as they would say, slowly brewed and fastly matured. Another thing that I love about this team is that the discipline is very, very strong. They're a very disciplined team. You know what? when they attack, they move as one. When they come back, they also come back together and defend. And you see that, it's very rare that Dennis Onyanga will have a heated game where he's left all alone and not knowing what to do. The defenders know what they need to do. The midfielders, wow, the way they control the game, the way that they are so disciplined in distributing the ball and winning the possession from midfield. That's a team that, like I said before, you can't not support them. You have to just support them because they're doing such amazing things with the ball and on every aspect of the game. I will have to say kudos to Amazulu as well as kudos to Cape Town City, because I feel those are the only two teams that really are Mamelodi Sundowns competition in the DStv Premiership. The others, they're playing, but those two know what they need to do when they come across Mamelodi Sundowns. And of course, you have to give it up to Gallants, the last game that they've played. They scored an absolute really good goal. And Sundowns almost seemed as though they were quite taken aback by that. And you have to ask yourselves, if these teams had woken up earlier on in the league, would Sundowns still be the cream of the crop? Would they have had 44 points, being first, flying solo, having really no competition for the longest period? I say this, if other teams wake up and they play their game and they learn from Cape Town City, your Amazulu, your Gallants, that take the game to your opposition, don't be afraid of the person that you're playing, come there with your story correct, I think that Sundowns might have a challenge in the 2022 and 2023 season. Do I think they won't win? It's too soon to say, and I don't think that would happen quite yet. But what I do know is that perhaps if other teams wake up, we might see another challenger for the league in the 2024-2025 season. What's your take? I want to show you some highlights of some of the amazing moments that Sundowns have given us in this season, and just look at these videos and these clips, the set pieces, the goals that they're scoring, how they move and they attack together. I just love Shalulile, Zwane, what they're all doing. Jali, it's their time, it's their season, and they really, really are showing us that. Who is your favorite Sundowns player? Do hit us up in the comments section and let's hear your thoughts, your views, and your comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And to you, Mamelodi Sundowns, we're saying thank you for giving us a fantastic first half. And we are so looking forward to what you're going to give us in the second half of the DStv Premiership in the 2021-2022 season.
Otlendisa joins. Handball, surely, Ricardo Nascimento. Penalty, the referee thought about it. He took his time.
Yeah. But clearly the ball got into the hand now. We're going to have to look at whether the arm was attached to the body, was a little bit far out.
I think he's a little unlucky when you talk about that, William, but very clearly struck the hand. So, Ndlonglo with the opportunity now. Excellently finished. No chance for Ricardo Goss. Marumo Gallants are in the lead.
From a situation.
Now here goes Limela. Chance for Mulenga. Can he score? Yes, he does. Augustine Mulenga and Amazulu have the lead. And there are 15. Now they've got it. Mamelodi Sundowns. Well, it's taken them almost half an hour, but they have finally.
He's got a collection of goals from these set-piece situations. The dummy then from Serino, and he goes for goal! Makes a save, but it's fired in by Musali Musa. And finally, Sundowns make the breakthrough. And it's taken the big centre-back to find the route season, and as Musali Musa, there could be a second here. Shalulile! Oh, double quick time. It's 2-0 just like that. Shalulile gets his third goal in 3 matches against TS Gallants.